And we're back. Guys, we are doing a educational series here, and today's topic is top 5 reasons your roof fails. We're going to list them out on the vibe board, go over each of them, and see what you think. You're going to want to stick around because you're going to want to wait for number 5 because so many people deal with it. We're saving the best for last. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go over why a roof failed. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, leave comments below. We want to hear from you. We want to keep doing these educational series, but we also want to hear kind of what you think and what you want to hear about. So the first reason that a roof fail hail damage. Being here in Calgary, we see this nonstop. Last summer, we were absolutely blitzed with business just because there was such a large hailstorm. Kind of the way the weather works here and how cells move through, we get a ton of hail damage. So guys, hail damage leaves bruising on your shingles. When it hits, those asphalt particles that cover up the fiberboard come off the roof, it exposes the fiber, then the UV rays hit the fiber, which causes that shingle to deteriorate much sooner. So whenever you think about it and say, well, it's hail damage, like my roof's still fine. Most times it is fine for the time being, 100%. But once that it has granular loss and those asphalt particles that sit above that fiber mat come off, that fiber is exposed and then the UV rays hit that and deteriorate it. So that is why insurance cover hail damage. That's why you need to replace your roof after hail damage, because over time, those shingles will deteriorate, which will cause water into your home, which nobody wants water in their home. The next one is something we deal with in Calgary more than anywhere else. In the warmer states, obviously all cold states deal with this. Freeze. It's freeze-thaw cycle. So what this is, Calgary deals with it a ton because we get Chinooks. So warm weather comes in and it gets warmer. Then the Chinook goes away and it gets back, like today it's negative 20. And this happens all winter. So we can have days that got up to 20 this winter. And then the next day it's negative 20. So all this fluctuation in temperature is not good for your roof. So we call that the freeze-thaw cycle. So it freezes. You have ice dams, you have all these issues, and then it thaws out, and then it happens again, guys. And over time, this just makes your roof deteriorate quicker than what it would in other climates. The next one, which is one of the biggest ones we see, and this is why it's so important to hire a qualified contractor. Please, guys, hire a qualified contractor. Poor insulation. We see this all the time. I actually went to a house yesterday. A realtor wanted me to go check out a roof. I went and checked it out. None of the details were done correctly. The valley was cut too short. You actually could see the asphalt starter strips running to the valley, and that valley was cut short, guys, around the chimney. All the flashings weren't done correctly. This customer was getting water in their house. They were trying to sell their house and figure out solutions. Poor insulation is one of the biggest reasons why roofs do not last as long as they're supposed to. So guys, from putting the ice and water 24 inches above that, exterior wall, most guys don't do that. So we need to know exactly how much ice and water we need. At Calgary Roofing and Restoration, we double them up to make sure that we have plenty, but other people don't do that. Using the right kind of valley and making sure that ice and water runs underneath the valley, making sure all the details are done correctly, making sure those exposures of those shingles are correct, making sure those nails are on the nail strip so that you don't have exposed nails that end up rusting over time and causing water into your home, guys. There's so many different things that can go into a roof. If you think about how many shingles are on the roof, how many nails, all the underlayment, all the ice and water, there's so many things that go into a roof. Hire a qualified contractor to do the work, somebody that's going to do a good job and stand by their warranty, because that is one of the biggest reasons we see that roofs fail. Number 4. Wind damage. People know that contractors try to cut corners. A lot of them do. Again, going back to poor insulation and hiring a qualified contractor, make sure you are hiring a qualified contractor, and for this reason as well. You can, and guys in the past have done where they don't do a starter strip. So what does a starter strip do? It is basically a 6-inch piece that goes around all eaves, all rakes, that first line of shingle sits on. It adheres to the bottom, but it also has a line of adherence on the top of that shingle. What that does is make sure when that wind comes that it's not able to lift that shingle up. A lot of guys don't do that step. They try to cut corners there, which then cause issues. So if your first layer is not done correctly and wind is getting up under there, obviously the whole thing is going to be compromised. If the exposures aren't right, they're not adhering correctly, guys, these are all things when the wind comes and it really comes hard, that those shingles will be lifted. The products we use are the IKO Cambridge line, IKO Nordic, IKO Dynasty. Those are rated to 130 miles per hour, which is plenty in most situations. But if a warranty claim comes in and IKO comes out and deems that roof was not done properly, that warranty does not exist. You need to know that your roof is put on correctly via pictures. We send pictures of every single step, but know it's done correctly. That way, if there is an issue later on, you know that your warranty is taken care of by the manufacturer. So the last reason, number 5, and this is something I'm actually taking a master class on later this month because it is such a big issue and the biggest issue that roofs do not last as long as they should. So a 20-year roof may last 12, 15 years. And a lot of people don't think about this. Poor ventilation. So guys, what I mean by that is you have vented soffits. That air comes into your attic, and then you have the turtle vents up top most time. That air goes out and it's circulating and repurposing that air. So that is very, very big in keeping a roof healthy over a long period of time. Another big thing is making sure that there's no heat sources and the insulation is right in that attic. Because the second that heat is coming into that attic, moisture is created. When heat rises and catches that cold air, moisture is created. So what does that do? That compromises your decking, that compromises the nail and rust of the nails, that creates attic rain and gets moisture in the insulation. And it can be much worse and get moisture all in your house. You'll see rings in your ceilings. Guys, ventilation is so important because if your house doesn't have proper ventilation, proper insulation, and the attic, the underside of that roof is not done correctly, it can cause major issues. So guys, these are 5 reasons why roofs fail. I hope you found this very educational, very informational. Guys, we do this once a week with an educational series that we release weekly. We want you guys to be educated, whether you go with us or somebody else for your roofing project. These are all things you need to know, and you need to come at it from a very educated stance when dealing with contractors. So thanks for stopping by. It is Jordan, your favorite roofer with Calgary Roofing and Restoration. And yeah, these are the 5 reasons that roofs fail.